Well, so to the source of the mass destruction, the fertilizer, which was ignited and then exploded into a huge ball of fire. What is it? What are the risks associated with it? And could something like the explosion in West happen in this country? The CBC's Margot McDermott has that.
And then from these storage tanks, we transfer it to these field storage or field tanks that we deliver to the field.
Dale McKay knows all about anhydrous ammonia. He manages a farm supply company that stores large amounts of it. He and his employees handle it cautiously, using protective clothing like gloves and goggles.
I don't think you'd be called nervous. I think it'd be, you just respect it. You have to respect it. It is a dangerous good.
Anhydrous or concentrated ammonia is very common. Farmers use it as fertilizer, but you can find it everywhere, from inside food plants to under ice rinks where it keeps things cold. Ammonia is moved around the country by trucks and trains in big metal cylinders with warning signs. Its biggest danger is that it's highly corrosive.
It's not something you're going to want to breathe in, and if you do, you're not going to breathe it for very long because it's very acutely toxic.
Ammonia is not that explosive on its own, but it can be if it's heated under pressure. Canada has strict federal rules about handling, moving, and storing it.
We have, if not the best, amongst the highest standards for the safe handling, storage, and application of ammonia in the world.
But the U.S. has the same strict rules. The problem is, in both countries, toxics like ammonia are still stored close to where people live. The rules have been updated, but cities have spread out around older, grandfathered facilities. That's why this environmental emergency consultant says what happened in Texas could also happen here.
I know of a number of facilities that have very large storage of materials, and they are right adjacent to schools, hospitals, residential areas. The fact is, we can't move those companies out.
Experts say that's why it's important companies have plans in place to let first responders know they could be dealing with something as toxic as ammonia, and that the whole community knows what to do if there's an emergency. Margot McDermott, CBC News, Ottawa.
The deadliest industrial accident in U.S. history also happened in Texas 66 years ago this very week. It also involved a fertilizer and began with a small fire. It was on board a French ship docked at the Texas City pier that was carrying a huge shipment of the solid fertilizer ammonium nitrate. The fire set off a series of explosions that killed nearly 600 people. The same kind was used by Timothy McVeigh in the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing, which killed 168 people. Another fertilizer-based explosive was used to build the truck bomb used in the 1993 bombing of the World Trade Center. 6 people died in that attack.